All right, let's have a look at this interpenetration development drawing. What we're going to do to start with is to draw some lines coming from all of these corners, just to identify which corner goes with which part of this thing. Extend that out, extend this out as well. Go over there, extend that out, and extend that line out as well. Right. Okay, once you've got all of those lines over there, my next thing is to do a little bit of labeling. I always like to start with a number 1 at the top over there. That would transfer across to that point over there, calling that number 1. I'm going to put a number 2 over here, a number 3 over there, and a number 4 over there. Right, let's take that in. There's number 4, there's number 2, and there's number 3. Right, I need to drop those down into this drawing over here. This would obviously be number 1, right at the top. Okay, if I look over here and I drop this down, you'll see that my number 2 is over here, and my number 4 is going to be over here, and my number 3 is going to be over here. Right, if I take that across over here, well, you can see that that is obviously going to be number 3 over there. That will be number 2 over there. My number 1 is obviously going to be over there, and my number 4 is going to be over there. Right, once I've got that in place, I can then say, all right, well, how deep does this line number 1 need to go into here? And I can take a line coming from where it intersects with this vertical main pipe going up to there, and I can then fill in that line going down from there to there. Right, once I've got that, let's have a look at number 2. Number 2, there it is, coming up over here to where number 2 is, and I'm going to draw in that line as well, going from number 2 over there down to there. Right, how do I know I can draw that in dark straight away? Well, if I'm placed myself over here looking across, there is my line number 2. Number 3, let's have a look. There is number 3 over there intersecting. I'm going to take that up, and I have got number 3, and I'm going to draw that in dark as well. If you look at it, number 3 is on this side of things, so if I'm over here, I'll be able to see number 3. There is nothing in between number 1 and number 2, and there is nothing in between number 2 and number 3, so I can straight away draw in a dark line going from number 3 up to number 2, and from number 2 going up to number 1 over here. There is nothing in the way of those. Right. Now I need to look at number 4. Let's try and find number 4. Number 4 is at the back over here, and I'm going to draw a line coming up from number 4. I'm just going to change that color. There we go. Number 4, taking that line going up over there, and number 4 is going to be a hidden detail line coming down over here. Okay, and the reason being is that it is right at the back of the square tube. Right. You'll note that there is this corner over here in between 1 and 4 and in between 3 and 4. So I need to locate that on the story. What I like to do is I take a line coming across over here, take that all the way across over there, and I can then label these 2 points. I'm going to call this A over here and B over there. All right. A is in between 1 and 4. So there would be my point A in between 1 and 4 on that surface. And B would be between 3 and 4. So between 3 and 4, that would be B over there. I can take a pair of dividers and I can measure this off between 4 and A, going in the direction of 1, going from 4 to A in the direction of 1. I can put it over there, and I can label that as A, and I can take that back now over here down to where the corner will be. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a construction line coming down from that A. If you note that A should link up perfectly with this A that I've got on that surface as well, and it's going to link up with the corner over here coming down to that point. So that point over there would be my corner A over there. I will be able to draw a line coming down over here, and then it would be hidden detail going towards A over there. B Same story, I'm going to take a measurement over here between 4 and B going in the direction of 3. 4 and B going in the direction of 3. And I can label that as B over here. I can take that back over here. Line coming down from B. And if you look at it, B will link up with that corner over there. So you don't need to go through that whole process, but it just does make a little bit of sense to just check yourself. So my B will be on that line over here. If I drop this down from that corner, my B is going to be at that corner over there. Right, so there is B over there, and I'm not going to be able to see some of it. I've got a line coming up over here, hidden detail going up to where B is. And then I say, all right, well, I have got a line which is going to go from 4 to B, from 4 to B, which will be in hidden detail. I've got a line that goes from 4 to A. 4 to A, that would be hidden detail. Okay, that point over there would be my 4 at the back, 4 dash. Okay, let's call that 3 dash. Let's call that 2 dash and 1 dash. All right, I have a line that is going to go from 1, okay, 1 dash to A, 1 dash to A, and that will be hidden detail there. And I have a line that is going to go from 4 dash to A. I've got a line that goes from 3 dash to B, 3 dash to B, and from 4 dash to B, and there is my curve of interpenetration over there. Right, they then ask you to do a development drawing of this. Okay, I'm just going to draw a nice little construction line coming across over there. I know that the true lengths of the sides of the square branch pipe are these ones over here. Okay, the square duct they're calling it, and I'm going to mark that off over here. Make a little dash over there, mark that, do this very accurately, coming across over here, and make sure that you've got 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, once I've got that, I'm going to draw some construction lines coming up from those little dashes that I made. Construction line going up there, construction line going up there, construction line going up there, construction line over there, and a construction line over there. Right, they've asked us to use this seam over here, so I'm going to measure off this point 1 over there, and I'm going to pop that in on that side and on this side over here. Okay, so we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right, what I need to look at now is, well, was there anything between 1 and 2? No, there wasn't. Let's just measure off the true length distance of this 2 distance over here, 2 going up to 2 dash, there, 2 going up to where 2 dash is. Let's call that 2 dash, that would be 1 dash, and we said that there was nothing in between those 2 lines. So there we go, and I can draw in a line coming down over there, a line coming straight down over there. Right, let's have a look. Is there anything between 2 and 3? There was nothing, so I can take this 3 going to 3 dash over here, find my point 3 over there, knock that in over there, and I can draw a line going straight from 2 to where 3 dash would be. There's 3 dash, and I can draw a line coming straight down over here. Number 4, let's get distance number 4. Okay, there is my distance number 4, going up to 4 dash, 4 going up to 4 dash over here, and there's going to be a slight change in what we do now. There is 4 dash. I can draw a nice dark line going from 4 dash down to 4 over there. And I can also draw in this 1 going to 1 dash over here. There's 1 dash over there. Right, I need to find those A's and B's in here. Now, we said that A was between 1 and 4. If I come over here and I measure off that distance over there between 1 and A, I can now go over here between 1 and A and I knock that in. I draw a construction line coming up from that point, and I then measure off this distance from the edge over there to where A is, and I'm going to pop that in over there. I now have my point A on the drawing, and I can now draw in a line going from 1 to where A is. There it is. And a line going from 4 to where A is. Right. I have a distance from 4 to where B is. There is 4 to B going in the direction of 3, 4 to B going in the direction of 3. I'm going to draw a nice little line going up from there, and I'm going to measure off that distance from the edge over here to where B is. Pop that in over here and label that as B. And I can now draw a line going from 4 to B and from 3 to B. Right. I'm going to draw a line going across the bottom over here. And note, I did not draw a dark line going to B or to A because that's basically a flat surface. Right. We could write in a little heading over here. Sometimes they like a heading, so I'm just going to pop that in, development. Development of, and they called it a duct. Square duct. Sorry, I'm doing silly stuff here. Duct. And then we put duct. There we go. Square duct. That was quite funny. All right. Super. That's that drawing done. Sorry, just realized there were 2 lines that were missing from my drawing. If you look over here, there is a corner over there. You need to draw a line going up over there. And then that one is going to be at the back, so that would be hidden detail, which you need to draw up there. Otherwise, that is done.